Hi, the voyage begins. Today I will explain the case of Junko Furuta. The case of Junko Furuta is one of the most disturbing and horrific cases of abduction, torture, and murder in modern Japanese history. Junko Furuta was a 17-year-old high school student in Japan who was abducted by 4 teenage boys on November 25, 1988. What followed was 44 days of unimaginable torture and suffering, which ultimately led to her death. Junko was on her way home from school when she was abducted by the 4 teenage boys, who were all students at the same high school as Junko. They took her to a house in Tokyo where they repeatedly raped, beat, and tortured her. They also burned her with cigarettes, inserted objects into her private parts, and forced her to eat live cockroaches and drink her own urine. During the ordeal, the boys frequently invited their friends over to the house to participate in the torture and rape. Some of the boys' friends even brought their girlfriends over to participate in the torture and abuse of Junko. The boys even went as far as to force Junko to call her parents and tell them that she was staying with a friend. They also forced her to write a letter to her parents, saying that she had run away from home. They threatened to kill her and her family if she tried to escape or tell anyone about what was happening to her. Junko's suffering continued for 44 days, during which she begged her captors to kill her and end her suffering. On January 4, 1989, the boys beat her with a metal bar and set her on fire, ultimately leading to her death. The boys were eventually arrested and charged with various crimes, including murder, and were given prison sentences ranging from 5 to 20 years. However, due to Japan's lenient juvenile justice system, the boys were released from prison after serving their sentences and their identities were protected. But among so many journalists, one of them revealed the identities, and they are Miyano Minato Watanabe Ogura